Hello everybody, it's me, and welcome back to another video. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showcasing the Loomian I actually made a set on earlier today. The Mystic Breeze Cynamoth. Now, we got Magnify, Mystic Breeze, Airblade, and Life Drain. It's kind of standard, you just have Mystic Breeze and Trace of Blast. And here are the TPs, 20 health, 44 energy, 80 melee defense, 200 range attack, and 156 speed. It is an SA one, because it was one I had at my disposal. I didn't want to remake a new one, but Mysterious Toxins is a preferred ability. Just get Mysterious Toxins. If this SA ever changes, then probably could make a new video on that. But for now, we're gonna be using this Magnify, Life Drain, Airblade, and Mystic Breeze, because we're gonna be hoping we get good RNG Mystic Breeze, so we get the +1 in speed. With the 156 speed, you will outspeed very nimble Godemic after +1. And then Magnify, we're gonna deal so much damage, it'll be ridiculous. Even though we have like 30 less power than Blast, we have the power cuff to boost all of our damage moves as much as we can. 44 energy, so we can get to 225. But I don't have max energy UP, so it's gonna be more like 223 or 222. And I don't have max melee defense, but the melee defense is there just so we can take maybe a few melee hits. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, and hopefully you're excited too. Let's get into the first battle. Alright, here we go into the first battle. Not that person. Good luck and have fun. This is a good team to use it against. Okay, I'm 30% sure that we will live a Thunder Strike from a Protogon. I did. I'm gonna be pretty sure we live a Thunder Strike. We cannot live one from Zulong, so we gotta get the +1 first, but we're gonna make the Cynamoth because we should be able to swap in versus the Dragoon. That, or we swap in versus the Operaptor. Stratosaur's gonna be a little bit of a threat, but our Life Drain should be enough with our Magnify. But his Airblade's gonna be very lethal, so we're gonna be very careful with Stratosaur. We should be able to take down the Protogon with Life Drain. We're really looking forward. Actually, it's not the best battle to bring Cynamoth, but we're gonna bring it anyway. Unfortunately, that Jolteon is a little scary, so we're going to lead off with Protogon just in case, and we're going to have Festa first so we can swap in on the Zulong's Ancient Roars and waste its energy, and so we can counter to Eclipse. And we are going to also bring, yeah, actually, Simon's decent in this battle. Actually, Simon's pretty good. The only thing that can really counter it would be that. We're going to bring Theo. Hopefully it brought Theo. Bring Theo. First the lead, and we got our Protogon out, which is really good. No, this does not want to take a Thunder Strike. So I'm going to predict the Zulong coming in by clicking Energy Surge. It's a risky play, but it's worth it because they do not want to take a Thunder Strike. And if they're an experienced player, they know I'm going to probably either click Thunder Strike or Energy Surge. Are you experienced player? It'd be nice to know. Comes in, that's a good prediction on my part. There we go. Yeah, that's going to be the Jolt is dead. So that's nice if Jolteon is dead this early. Or we could go for the Dart Burst, so they would probably 2-hit KO in this range. And maybe they go into Eclipse to absorb the Energy Surge. They do not actually go into Eclipse to absorb the Energy Surge. Can we hit 3 times? We get a crit, which is skillful. That's pretty nice. Who comes in? Where we can actually expect a Mega Punch here. So we can swap out into, we don't have our best product. We do have Simon on the field, though. Simon might actually be able to outspeed Dragoon. Dragoon is like 90 speed. We kind of we can actually go into Cynamoth here and go for a Mystic Breeze because its Mega Punch is going to do some decent damage, but it is not stab boosted. Plus, we have decent, we don't have very good melee bulk, but we should be able to swap in against this one. Unless it has Body Slam or something, then we're good to go. And he's actually going to double into Zulong, I'm thinking. Eclipse, that's actually really good. It was a Circadian to Eclipse. Okay. Now we can go for a Magnifier Mystic Breeze here. I want to go for my Mystic Breeze to get my speed up. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for my Mystic Breeze. Hopefully we get our +1 in speed. We're just going to crit it with skill. Luminous Roar. Okay, that's going to do decent damage. Okay. Now it's a dark type, so now we're going to be able to live its Raging Howl. So we're going to go for a Magnify, actually. We're going to try to get our +1 in speed. If we do, we're going to be able to deal a lot of damage. If they go into Zulong, that'd be kind of unfortunate. So, okay. Alright, now, realistically, if I hope we should be able to live its Airblade. So, we can actually go for a Life Drain. Some of our health back. That's what we're going to do. Try to get as much damage from Stratosaur as we possibly can. Although our Life Drain is not going to be too powerful because it's not stab boosted. Never mind, it's actually very powerful. Okay. Now we're going to live this Airblade. I wonder if we can live 2 hits. Most definitely not. So we're gonna just take it down the Stratosaur here, pretty easily. And the one problem with this set, and probably why I do not want to use Power Cuffs, is because of its energy issue. We actually have enough for one more Mystic Breeze, so if they were to send something in like, if they were to send in Ragoon here, we could go for our weight and then go for a Mystic Breeze, but I'm not sure if the Ragoon's going to outspeed us. If the Eclipse didn't, maybe it won't. Concredon actually comes in, which is actually really good for us, because we can actually wait here, or rest, because the Steel Crusher is going to do quite a lot. We're just going to wait, because we have some melee defense investment, so we should be able to tank the Steel Crusher. And we can Life Drain and get all our health back. Or they just swap out into their to Clip. So it's Concredon. They did not bring Zulon, which is something that we did not want to see. Alright. Now, realistically, we can go for another weight here. But I do want to try to get my +1 in case the Ragoon's going to outspeed us. So go for this great check. And we actually get our +1, so now we are sweeping. You could realistically replace Life Drain for Therablast if you wanted to, but then you get walled up by Stratosaur, and we don't want to. We don't. I'm gonna go for my weight here, just so I can get my energy back, so I can hit it with, so I can hit the Ragoon with a or you can just forfeit. GG. If you're filming, hi YouTube. Hello. You want to battle? Where are you? All right, there we go. I'll send you one. Let's see if he accepts it. Yeah. Into the next battle, I guess. And Teddy Power did decide to accept the battle request. And, ooh, if we're looking at this, this is actually a good team to have the Cynamoth in, because Airblade's going to do a lot of damage. So, that's going to be a little scary, as it resists all of our moves. So we hope he does not bring Tari. Airblade, we can probably Airblade. Its resonates can be pretty powerful, so we probably want to get our +1 before we go for the Airblade. And Life Drain, that's going to be pretty scary. And here, I think we can just stack up Magnify. Adaptive Assault might 2 a KO. It depends. Okay. Now I'm looking at his team, and I definitely want to bring Vanilla. A lot of range attackers. Really, is the only thing that could counter this would be a Swolder. So we set the Swolder and we should be good to go. Cynamoth. And we can actually bring. I'm going to bring Theo. Seems like an okay lead as it outspeeds everything. And I'm going to also bring Alvin, and that's part is actually good for 2, so this is the team we're going to be bringing. And so if we get rid of this early, that'd be really, really good. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to go for our Slap Down to try to get rid of its Barter or whatever it's carrying. If it isn't Barter, then this would be pretty good to have early. He's going to actually go for his Poison, so that is a... That's kind of unfortunate. We went for the Poison, meaning we cannot get hypnotized anymore, and his item is gone. Drop of Youth is gone. Now I get to go for another Slapdown, as it is my stronger move. Because actually, let's do some research real quick. Let's go to the calculator, right? If we go to a calculator, let me pull it up. We go boop. Did not work. But if we go to, is it 30%? No, I'm pretty sure it's 25% of 65 is 16.25. 16. So 16.5 is 81.25. So Slapdown is 1.25% stronger than the Mega Punch. So we can go for his Muck Blast. That's going to be a lot of damage on Theo. It's kind of unfortunate, but if we look at it in this perspective, we can actually force a swap into the Smolder. So we're going to go for our Orbs. And if he actually goes into, what is he going to go into? Smolder? He's going to go into Smolder. I didn't really want him to do that. But realistically, here we can go for a Slapdown just to get rid of its item, because that's kind of what Theo's been doing. So we're going to go for a Slapdown, or we go for Primal Slash for damage, but honestly, we might actually struggle with this Smolder. Looking at this team, we do have Cynamoth, actually. That's what we're showcasing, surprisingly. Alright, I'm gonna go for the Primal Slash. I'm gonna go for Slapdown. Just to get rid of its item. Bunga Coffee's gone. Nice. Punch. Dead. Alright, now we're gonna go into Cynamoth, as it has Para, We actually quad resist his Parasitize. Mega Punch is going to do some decent damage, but our Magnify should do quite a lot. So we're going to go for our Magnify. And hopefully he actually swaps, which would be really good. If he goes into Mocho, it's kind of unfortunate. To Venolin. Okay. Now... Okay. I forgot he had Venolin. But looking at this realistically, Air Blade's our best option because it is stab boosted. +2 with Power Cuffs, and we're smart. So this might actually be a 2-hit KO. It's not a 2-hit KO. It's a 2-hit KO. It's a 3-hit KO. Okay. So we can go for our Mystic to try to get our speed boost. But looking at his team, we actually outspeed his entire team besides the Eruptodon. Actually, we might actually outspeed his entire team. Hopefully we actually get our crit here, which would be really nice. We do not get our crit. And we're gonna avoid the poison. Heck yeah. So I can go for another Air Blade here. I'm pretty sure in this range I should take it down. We have enough for a Mystic Breeze. What's he gonna go into? The Treaty? Go to Mocho. Alright. It's good damage with Mocho. Our Mystic Breeze should take it out in this range. So we're gonna go for a Mystic Breeze. Damage, we should be able to take it out. Meaning that he doesn't have anything to counter the Cynamoth. I'm not actually sure. No, Therablast definitely would have been better. Go for Icicle. Okay. Now, looking at this, we might actually be able to save Cynamoth. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna go into Venolin just to try to save it. Now... Okay. He's actually gonna go for Peace of Mind. Alright. Alright, well, I just get to go for Adaptive now. So I'm gonna go for my Adaptive. And we can assume this Mocho is Sugar Rush. And there's a Peppermint Breath, not Frost Beam, surprisingly. That was quite a lot of damage, but we are going to take the Mocho down, which is really good. Unfortunately, we do not have Trap Removal, because I rely on Festifer to predict these things, because it's really fun to do. We use Festifer for that stuff. And in comes Swolder, which is the Loomian that we were really scared of, and its Parasitize is going to be pretty powerful. Probably not going to want to go for Mega Punch. Parasitize is going to be good, and I can Deja Vu it into Parasitize, so that's going to be the play that I make here. So I'm going to go for Protogon. And then it might force a swap into his own Venolin. Since it's called... I hate the nickname glitch. Get our range attack. Nice. Mega Punch prediction. Alright, so that was a good prediction on his part. But our Dart Burst might be able to take out this Folder. Just gonna go for it. We're gonna hit it 3 times. Now we hit it 3 times. Nice! Chatting this entire time. I battled you in your stream before, so hyped. Very happy battling. If you're reading this, that'd be very pig. Bacon vs. Bacon seems very good. Oh, you're gonna go for a poison. So I'm not gonna let you go for it. I know. Oh, I thought he would have gone for poison. That was a better thing for him to do. Okay. Well, looking at it is... Okay, looking at it, we should be good to go. Swolder is dead, which is basically Loomian that we wanted dead. And I'm going to go for my Rejuvenate. Now, what does he go into? He's going to a melee attacker. He goes into Eruptodon. Oh, Magnify is going to be very scary. We do not want him to get his Magnify up. We gotta get our Rejuvenate up and then charade it, I'm thinking. It's actually... This is a scary position I'm in. Now, if he goes for Magnify... Wait, I'm gonna hope he goes for Magnify here, because we should be able to live these Icicle Traps. I'm wondering if we'll live it at 14. I wonder. Do we live it at 14 health? Come on, Alvin. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. That did 7 damage. He went for Magnify. Perfect. Perfect. Now our Thunder Strike is our best option here because Venolin probably can tank 2 of them, but maybe not. the Venolan, he might tank 2 of them. Back to for a free. I'm going to stay in against this Venolan, and I'm going to Dart Burst it, as that would be my strongest move. I think. That boosted 40-40, so that's hit 3 times, or he's going to go back to Eruptodon. Okay. Went into Eruptodon twice. Vesperatu probably outspeeds Eruptodon, so I'm just going to go for a Thunderstrike. Vesperatu should be able to win this game. Mud Spatter. Okay, Vesperatu slap down should be enough to take it down. If not, then Cynamoth is just going to have to struggle, I guess. That, or we go for the rest on the Cynamoth. So I'm going to go for Vesp. A little bit of a scary game. Closer than I wanted it to be. So I'm going to go for Slap Down. Now we should KO this thing. I'm not entirely sure if we do. KO it, because it has an item. Good. Yeah, that was good that he went for the Magnify, not the Accelerate. Had he gone for Accelerate, he would have won the game. Which, he probably could have realized that. Yeah, that's going to be a GG. We were pretty close with the Cynamoth. I just want to find a point to use it again. Really fun. Alright, well, that was the second battle. Alright, here we go into the possible final battle. And if we're looking at this, this is the exact team we would want to see. If we look at it, we hit everything really, really freaking hard. Realistically, the only thing we want to come in on is the Umbrat. Now, if we actually lead with this, we should be good to go. Gardrone's going to be our one issue, but we do have the Nolan for the Gardrone. Actually, Theo's actually really good here. Hit, and hit. Hits them all pretty hard. And for Cosmeor, we're just going to bring Protagon, because then we'll just Thunder Strike on his swap. And we can actually bring Simon if we wanted to. But Vesperatu is actually really good here, and we don't want to die to Metatoad. But yeah, this team we're going to bring, we're going to leave with Cynamoth, and maybe he goes... What are you going to leave with? Drone. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to go straight into Venolan. Doesn't even matter what move he goes for, I should be able to tank it realistically. Frost Beam comes out. Yeah, that was nothing. That was no damage. Okay, now he might go into his Himber, so we could predict it swap and go for Protagon because we should naturally underspeed this thing because it's 65 or 61. If it is 40 and it is not sluggish, that should happen. So I'm gonna go into Protagon. Actually expecting a swap in Himber. Or Metatoad. Weird swap on your part. Okay. Now, expect the Cycle Slap here, because it could be Specialization, or it could be Watcher. So the way we can tell if it's Specialization or Watcher is just to go into Vesp, because Vesp is an amazing counter on a Metatoad. Plus, Vesperatu is actually really lethal if we're looking on the field, and we just send him off on the field, get either our Mystic Breeze or our Magnify up, and we're good. And that, it runs into Specialization. That is a Specialization Metatoad. Okay. So, we can actually go for our Blood Drain, because I don't think this Metatoad's going to win. So, I'm going to go for a Blood Drain. I'm going to get some of my health back with Drain Orb. Umbrat comes in. Umbrat's not going to be able to do any damage to me, unless it is Luminous Roar Umbrat. That'd be really funny. We're draining his health with Blood Drain. Okay. Now, we can go for a Slap Down, just get rid of its item, as that's a good bet. Now, it's curious if it is a Luminous Roar. That'd be really fun as a Luminous Roar Umbrat. To Sharpen. Okay, so it's going to start stacking up its stats. It's a little scary. But its Raging Tackle, its Quick Pounce, its Gloomfang is not going to do anything to us. Realistically, its best bet would be... Actually, Luminous Roar Umbrat could be really funny. I'm just going to get my health back. And I thank him for that. We're going to swap into Gardrone, maybe? No, he's going to go into... Swap. We're actually robust this time, so we're going to be able to take this thing on in a 1v1. So, we're going to go for our... I don't know, do we have enough? We don't have enough for a Revival because I don't have enough. Okay, so we're in a little bit of a sticky situation because nothing really wants to swap in versus Himber. So, we're going to go for a Blood Drain. To get some chip damage. We might live 2 hits, I'm not entirely sure. If we crit with the Blood Drain, watch that matter. Just Not Ice Hammer. Okay, that's good. 2 times with a hit. George Tantrum. Okay. Now we're gonna go for our. We can realistically go for our rest. So that's probably, yeah, we're gonna go for our rest here. And we're getting a lot of health back from the Himber, which is really, really good. And once this thing's out of the way and the Gardrone's out of the way, we're gonna be looking really good. Now, realistically, a swap there would be Gardrone. We're actually gonna go into Wendolin. Now, we actually are gonna be neutral to his Adaptive Assault. So we're gonna go for our Shadow Sprint, and we should do about half. That'll be KO with a crit. We're gonna do almost all of its health. Okay. Okay. He crit us actually, which is kind of scary, but we should be good to go unless it has Shadow Sprint, which it might. It does not have Shadow Sprint, so that's good. It's gonna be Gwendolyn down. I think Cynamoth could have killed. But we have to get the Cynamoth on the field because now that Himber is low, it's magnified. It should be able to kill him. Looking at his team, Gardrone is realistically the only thing like swap in and hit. So if we can slap down against that Gardrone, we should be good to go. I quad resist both of your stabs, or I quad resist Typeless and Dark, which are 2 of your. Let's see how it's really funny if you did. Make a chomp. That would have KO'd me. Raging Tackle better on that. Now I'm gonna go for the rest. And he hopefully goes into Gardrone. I'm hoping he goes into Gardrone. He goes into Gardrone. Perfect. Now we can actually get the Cynamoth sweep from here. We're just gonna slap down. I don't care, we're gonna slap down. Because if he goes for like Metal Blast something or a Fire Breath predicting he's swapping, it doesn't matter. I don't care if he goes for that. Because now if we have a really free attempt at a sweep here against that Umbrat. Really good. So we're gonna go to Theo, surrogate the Sharp Claws and go for a Mega Punch. Seeing as our Slapdown did that and we're offensive as Brock, we're not actually brawny. So we're gonna Mega Punch. And if we can KO this and he goes into Umbrat, we're gonna immediately swap to Cynamoth and we're gonna go for a Magnify. And then a Mystic Breeze or a Mystic Breeze and a Magnify. It depends, but in the position where Magnify is way more useful. So yeah, he's gonna swap. Expect him to swap. And does. And okay. Okay. He still has 4 Loomians, and we're just gonna go for a Slapdown. Then a Quick Punch, okay. Now, if we can just get our Magnify up versus with the Cynamoth, we should be good to go. We want him to swap into Umbrat. That's what we need to do, is to swap the Cynamoth in versus the Umbrat. Toad, okay. Psycho Slap's gonna hurt, but if he kills us, which we can let him kill us, actually. Okay. We can let him kill us here, so I'm gonna go for my Primal Slash. This shouldn't kill him, but it should get him low. And if he goes, I'm hoping he goes into Gardrone. Okay, there's the Umbrat. That's it. Don't KO. Please don't KO. Don't KO. Don't KO. Please don't KO. Please don't KO. Please don't KO. What happened? Yeah. Honestly, you can kill me now. I want to see if Cynamoth could be able to take down that Gardrone. At half, so I'm just gonna rest. Actually, I can Barbs. I want to Barbs. Okay. Psycho Slot's gonna take me down. Perfect. Now, let's go to the calculator. He doesn't have an item, so we can assume he's just a normal Metatoad, right? Let's go to a Cynamoth. I think we have like 20 health and 80 melee defense. So if we go to a Meditoad, say it's a 200, very brawny, ability, specialization, it's a roll. It comes down to a roll. Okay, it comes down to a roll. And since it doesn't have item, it does not have Mind Essence. So this comes down to a roll, whether we live with it. It's gonna be like a 50-50 if we live. So we're gonna go for a Magnify. Now he's actually gonna go to Gardrone, which is not what I wanted him to do, I'm not gonna lie. Poison, which is even better. So our Magnify, and now we get to keep Life Drain. It should KO in this range, depending if he takes the Poison Chip. Alright, we're KO. No way. No way we did. So we're gonna go for our life drain. Now, the fun thing about the Cynamoth is that it's really luck-based. That's what I love about Loomian Legacy, is that it's solely dependent on if you're lucky or not. And this Cynamoth is just the epitome of are you going to be lucky or not. That Umbrat was like perfect. Unfortunately, we didn't actually go against it. I wanted to swap the Cynamoth in, but I could have done that against the with my best, but I didn't. So we're just going to go for Mystic Breeze, and we're good to go. We get the +1. Don't get the +1, that'd be really fun if we did. And that's going to be a GG. Well then, that was surely a fun fight. Alright, well anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Alright, just know that if you do get the +1, whew, that'd be really powerful. Plus, I love using signature moves. It's so fun, because you just get to see what a Loomian signature move looks like. And, yeah, do the TVs if you want to use it. Make sure yours is probably Mysterious Toxins, that's why the melee defense investment's there. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.